The Duke of Cambridge was the recipient of a letter this week penned by a group that won support from the United Nations for its campaign against British actions during colonial rule. The letter saw more than 100,000 Kenyan citizens petitioning the royal family for an apology and reparations following brutal atrocities committed during the colonial period. It was written by Joel Kimutai Bosk, a Nairobi-based lawyer for the victims from the Kipsigis and Talai tribes in Kericho County. The letter reads, "We do not want this to become a bitter dispute, we just want the wrongs committed against us to be recognized. An apology and a discussion about reparations would be the start to achieve justice." Representatives from Kenyan tribes petitioned William to help in the dispute and said the country is a special place for you and your family. It was written by Joel Kimutai Bosk, a Nairobi-based lawyer for the victims from the Kipsigis and Talai tribes in Kericho County. The letter reads, "We do not want this to become a bitter dispute, we just want the wrongs committed against us to be recognized. An apology and a discussion about reparations would be the start to achieve justice." Representatives from Kenyan tribes petitioned William to help in the dispute and said the country is a special place for you and your family. They cite this because Kenya is the location where William proposed to the Duchess of Cambridge and was also where the Queen was at the time she learned she'd acceded to the throne. Petitioners claimed Kenya's colonial past was also the Duke's, adding, "Where we inherited the pain, you inherited the profit." The campaigners make reference to the Kipsigis and Talai peoples, who were forced off their land in Kericho County by the British Army between 1895 and 1963. The move saw ancestral lands being turned into profitable tea plantations. Their descendants have been fighting for these wrongs to be addressed ever since. The letter says, "The pain of our colonial past has been inherited in many forms and is exacerbated by the ongoing economic hardships of losing such precious land to profit-hungry corporations. But this is also your colonial past and, where we inherited the pain, you inherited the profit." Despite our immense suffering under British rule, the British government has refused to acknowledge this fact or meet any of us, let alone apologize. Which is why we are now appealing to you. The Duke of Cambridge has not yet responded directly to the petition. However, it is understood that he has forwarded the letter to the Foreign Office because it concerns a matter of foreign policy. Richard Palmer, the Daily Express royal correspondent, said in a tweet, "Kensington Palace isn't commenting, but I understand the Duke of Cambridge has forwarded this letter to the Foreign Office." He described this as an obvious way to handle the matter, adding that saying "this is not a matter for me, please can you deal with it," is certainly better than just ignoring the letter. In response, royal fans praised the prince for taking the appropriate action. A fan page for the Cambridges called Love for Cambridge wrote, "It's the best he can do. He isn't the monarch or the next one and all of them work for the government. He did the right thing as always." While Royal Fantoria wrote, "Exactly where OG letter should have gone. The horrors ought to be addressed." Another called Alex agreed with this sentiment, writing, "That's